because we have memory of our own experience.
And so we're in the process of remembering.
Yeah. And in fact, to know something that you already knew, because you also can know something that you didn't know. That's new. That's a new creation also for you. In other words, it isn't that all we know is in the past. Because everything new that we know, we create, we bring into existence, exactly like one, when knows itself for the first time, brings into existence what it knows. This is valid for everyone.
Yeah. So then do you think there is this vast intelligence is orchestrating in a type of way the people, places, and circumstances for us to garner the experience we need to come into that self-remembering?
But by being part whole, we are all orchestrating what one wants. You see, because if we were separate parts, it would be different. Then there would be an orchestrator, but we are parts whole.
Yeah.
But notice that our body, even our body, is built the same way. It's built with parts whole. Let me explain. Every cell of my body has the genome of the egg that built the entire organism. So every part of my body, every cell, I have about 50 trillion, like you.
I got about 51.
Oh, that's good. You are better than me. So your 51 trillion cells, each one of them has the genome that describes the entire organism. Not itself. Everything, the whole thing, is a part whole. The potential knowledge of the whole. That's why a cell, later on in life, can express aspects of itself that were not present at its birth. That's why there is, epigenetics. 30 years ago, it was impossible, could not exist. And now, of course, people are beginning to accept that epigenetics exist. Epigenetics is that, a cell is not determined at birth in what it's going to be able to express. It can express new things that were not present at birth. So, the entire understanding of who we are is appended. And there are people that tell you, materialists that tell you that the body is just an algorithm. Biology is just like a computer. What the hell? No, a computer is made of transistors. There are not 50 trillions yet. There will be 50 trillion. So what's the big deal? A transistor is a switch, on, off. That's all. What does a switch know about the whole? The whole computer. And the software that runs in the computer? Nothing.
Yeah, how could there be the sound of a crying baby, the sight of a rose, the taste of a cherry, these qualia that can't be in the experience of a switch?
No, Andre, but this goes beyond that because I'm just describing a body as a physical structure in space and time, comparing to another physical structure in space and time, which is a computer, which is a purely classical system. The body is quantum and classical. The consciousness, the feelings are not in the body. They are in this field, this deeper field. They are not in the body. We project them in the body. They are not in the body. We are not. Who we are not the body. We don't exist in space and time. We exist in this deeper reality. You see, that's why we are so indoctrinated on one end and so also hypnotized into believing that we are the body, that we always fall into this trap of believing that we are the body. Yeah, we have a soul, but then when we think about ourselves, we think about the body. No, the body is just a structure that then perishes. If we were the body, then scientism would be right to say that when the body dies, it's the end of ourselves, right? If consciousness is a property of a functioning brain, when the brain doesn't function, we shouldn't exist anymore. And of course, that's what I believe when I believe in this scientism worldview, which did not take into account what quantum physics was saying. The point is that I'm trying to make is that quantum physicists are saying something that then we never reflect in our worldview.
So I just want to pick up where you were just talking about emotion and how emotion carries meaning and this understanding of live information.
Yeah.
This is a very kind of new concept, in terms of understanding how meaning is tied to the fundamental constituents of reality, instead of like an afterthought or a byproduct, I suppose, that we, intellectually make. So can you share how emotion is tied with meaning?